The 96th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, we are going to be talking about the NFL Draft and the fall of Shedeur Sanders. We have some MLB updates. The NBA and NHL playoffs are officially underway. We're going to be ranking the top 5 sports nicknames and end it off with some Hall of Fame. Yay or nay. Make sure you use code HatTrick Sports. We're checking out at w.gg for 10% order. Rolling.
Welcome to HatTrick Sports, starring your host, Isaiah Carpenter. Bringing you the biggest sports headlines every week. This is the HatTrick Sports Podcast.
There we go. I think we're good. We are good in the neighborhood. All right. Started off first. Kicking it off right here. Starting it off with the NFL Draft. I mean, the big name in the NFL Draft. Number 1, Cam Ward. Obvious. Number 2, Travis Hunter. Pretty obvious. We all kind of knew that. Number 3, Abdul Carter. All right, a lot of people were thinking that. The Browns, why would you trade it? Browns, you trying to go for number 5? Trying to get Shedeur Sanders at number 5? Nope, they said 5th round, not 5th pick. It was wild. This NFL Draft was wild. Shedeur Sanders, I said it last week. I thought that he was going to go top 5. I thought the Browns might even have taken him, but I thought that Abdul Carter would have gone before him. But I thought that top 5, top 10, top 20 even, definitely in the first round. I would have put a lot of money that he would have gone in the first round. And nope, he didn't go in the first round. So the first night ends, he wakes up, or maybe he doesn't sleep. I don't know. He wakes up the next morning, rounds 2 and 3. All right, this is our day, this is our day, this is our day. It's going to be legendary. Nope, doesn't go in round 2 or 3. Then the next day, rounds 4 passes. Still no Shedeur Sanders. And then in the 5th round, Shedeur Sanders does get drafted to the Cleveland Browns. It is crazy. It was wild. It seems like every few years something like this happens, but again, I thought that he was going to go top 5. 2 months ago, everybody thought that he was going to go 2 or 3. I mean, it is wild to think about that he didn't get drafted to the 5th round, and it sounds a lot of it is because of the pre-draft interviews. Now, for you guys that don't know, these guys have interviews with the GM, with the coaches, with the scouts, all before the draft. Just make sure everything's good. Let's see how you are as a person. We obviously see your talent. And a lot of guys are saying that he was very cocky, not very humble, blaming teammates, just stuff like that. And that cannot happen. This is like, you just got to fake this. Even if you're not like this in real life, just fake it. You got 30 minutes to talk to GMs and stuff. Just act like the best person in the entire world, mentally and like as a teammate. And I think you just blew it. I think that this is a reach, but I think that he may have wanted to go to the Steelers 20 or 21st overall, and I think that he may have met with like the Giants and the Browns GM and stuff and kind of blew the interview. Kind of wanted to like, hey, doesn't want to sound like a great guy, so they don't draft him, and so that he could go a little bit later into the 21st overall, so he could be with the Steelers, and because the Steelers don't really have a quarterback at the time, at least, they don't have a quarterback. I mean, there's all these rumors about Aaron Rodgers and stuff. I think that's may have what he been trying to do, but that's a little bit of a reach, trying to blow an interview just to go with the Steelers, because obviously Mike Tomlin is a big Sanders fan. Like, We've seen Mike Tomlin talk about Dion and Shedeur and all that. He's a Sanders fan. And nope, the Steelers didn't pick him up. The Giants didn't pick him up. The Vikings didn't pick him up. The Giants, the Browns, nobody picked him up. Even the Seahawks. I was like, hey, take him as a third string QB just to get that steal. I mean, and nope, just nobody wanted him. For 5 entire rounds, nobody wanted him. It's just crazy to think about. Everybody was freaking out after the first round. Like, he didn't get picked up in the first night. It's 11:30, 11:45 at night. Everybody's freaking out like, oh my God, he didn't go in the first round. Little did everybody know he would have gone 4 rounds later. It is absolutely unbelievable. It's crazy. But yes, like I said, the Browns ended up taking him at 144, the 144th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Browns, who got the pick from the Seahawks, my Seahawks, they traded the Browns for that pick, and they ended up getting him, which the Browns already drafted a QB earlier in the draft, and they drafted 2 running backs in the draft. it doesn't make sense. I mean, everybody's rating the Browns as a B plus, as a B minus, as an A minus. I think the Browns got like a C. I truly think that the Browns deserved a C in that draft. I mean, again, I think every team could have gotten Shedeur Sanders. I mean, even if you have 3 quarterbacks, just take him so nobody else can have him and use him against you. I mean, it's just crazy to think about how he went 144th overall after Colorado retired his number because they thought that he was going to go top 2. It's just unbelievable. Travis Hunter, you could kind of make the argument that his number could have been retired with Colorado. I still don't think he should have. But hey, I'll give it to Travis Hunter. He won Heisman. He did all these records. He helped put Colorado on the map. All this, that, and the other. You could argue that his number could have been retired with Colorado. Whatever. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the head coach's son who went 144th overall in the 5th round in the NFL draft that went 13-12 with the Colorado in Colorado. I have a problem with that number being retired. So I think that it's just kind of a suck up to Dion. Like, hey, you got to keep coaching with us. We know that your kids aren't playing with us anymore. You just got to keep coaching us. I think that's kind of a suck up. I also don't like is how I saw on Colorado's Twitter, like a 13-minute highlight reel after the first. It was either after the first day or the second day of all Shedeur Sanders highlights. Again, they are sucking up to Deion Sanders. Don't let this guy, control you. I understand he's the head coach, but, it's just wild. The whole thing is wild. There were 5 or 6 or 7 QBs before him in the draft, but the prank of the year goes to these Ole Miss frat guys. I mean, I could spend an hour talking about just this alone. It was hilarious. It was day 2 of the NFL draft. Shedeur Sanders gets this phone call. Let's preface this by saying that Shedeur Sanders bought this phone specifically for the draft. So what you got to do is all these guys that are declaring for the draft have to email this NFL guys and basically with all the contact information, the phone number of where all 32 NFL executives can reach you for when they want to draft you. All right, a lot of guys use their personal phone, but I get it. If you want your own phone number just for this, you don't want any prank calls, you don't want to miss the call, I get it. Whatever, get your own phone. I'm not mad at Shedeur Sanders for that. What is hilarious is that somehow that number that was only sent to 32 NFL executives got leaked to these Ole Miss frat guys. It is hilarious. These guys pulled off the greatest prank in sports history. So they basically had this notepad of a script that they were going to say. They were basically like, hey, I'm the GM of the Saints. We're going to pick you. We know it's been a long couple days for you, but you're going to be great here in New Orleans. And then Shedeur Sanders like, thank you. It's an honor. This is going to be legendary. It's just hilarious. And then the frat boys, which he doesn't know the frat guys, he just thinks because this is the only phone number, the only people that have this phone numbers are the 32 NFL executives. And it is hilarious. The frat guys are like, oh, but you're going to have to wait. And Shedeur's confused. Again, we get 2 points of views. Both videos were released of this prank call, and Shedeur, and they hang up, and Shedeur's confused. He's like, what does that mean? What do you mean we're going to have to wait? It's a 50-50. What does this mean? And he ends up not getting drafted. Then the next day, again, this is blown up in news. I mean, Shedeur Sanders got prank called and believed it with the phone number that was only given to 32 NFL executives. Oh my God. And then, so the Ole Miss frat guys released the video, which is the best part. They released the video of the phone call. They are freaking out, as I would be too. I'm freaking out right now just watching this. It goes down as the prank of the year. I mean, I'm not sure if I would video that. Maybe for HatTrick Sports, I may video it and post it. What they did is not illegal, unless they got the phone number illegally somehow, which I don't really know how you would do or could do. I think there are a lot of rumors that what happens is that the Giants GM's daughter goes to Ole Miss, and somehow she got a hold of that email. And somehow these frat guys at Ole Miss had the number and prank called with the prank of the year. It is hilarious. A lot of people are being soft about this online. A lot of people are like, oh my God, these guys suck. It is hilarious. Now, I'm not hating on Shedeur Sanders. Don't get me wrong. I like Shedeur Sanders. I think that he's going to do great with Cleveland, and I think that he got humbled, and I think he learned his lessons, and I think that he's going to be. I think that he's going to turn out to be a great guy and a great player in the NFL, wherever, if he gets traded or whatever. I think that he'll be great. But the Sanders family didn't seem to care that much. I mean, maybe deep down they were going to care. It's hilarious that they thought that the Saints, that was a perfect, that was the perfect pick. That was just perfect on so many levels. But yeah, and then 2 rounds later, the next day he gets picked. Yeah. A lot of people are saying that, hey, if he was drafted late or if he had to sign as a free agent, he would go back to college. But Shedeur Sanders could not go back to college. After you declare for the NFL draft, you lose all eligibility back into college. So for everybody trying to say that, like, hey, that's it, just he cannot go back to Colorado. Now, if he didn't get drafted at all or signed, or even if he got offers as a free agent or whatever, if he didn't get drafted, he could go back to Colorado because he has that extra year of eligibility from COVID still. I think this is the last year that guys have that. But he could have gone back, but they already retired his number. I mean, think about how embarrassing it would be if a team retired your number, you didn't get drafted, then you had to go back and pick another number for your 5th year in college. I mean, the whole thing is just so many like not in a sad way, obviously, but it's funny, it's exciting. I don't even know, it's just, I'm speechless. The whole Shedeur Sanders thing in the draft was absolutely amazing. One thing I don't like is Shedeur Sanders, who's not as good as Shedeur. He's a safety, didn't get drafted. I mean, I thought maybe he would have gone in the 7th round, maybe free agent, but everybody was there for all 3 days for Shedeur Sanders. And once Shedeur Sanders goes, it's like, it's a few hours until Shiloh signs with the Bucks. Shiloh ended up going to the Bucks, but nobody's there with him. That's kind of messed up. I mean, Shedeur Sanders, yes, let's be honest. He was supposed to go top 5. He dropped. It's a sad moment for Shedeur Sanders. But Shiloh, you got to give the boy credit. I mean, he still made it to the NFL, even if he signed as a safety to the Bucks. And I just don't like how he was by himself. Like, again, Shedeur had hundreds of people, it looked like hundreds of people day 1, maybe 50 people day 2, maybe 25 to 50 people day 3, and then a few hours later, these guys can't stick around for Shiloh. That's kind of messed up. I want to see Shiloh be one of the greatest safeties in the NFL. I'm rooting for Shiloh. I'm rooting for Shedeur. I think that he got humbled. I think that he realized he's not all that. I mean, that's what a lot of these guys have egos, and I think that Shedeur had an ego. I mean, that legendary stuff, like, just stop. You went 5th overall. You're going off of your dad. These guys, he's got to grow up. Shiloh, I have no problem with Shiloh. I have no problem with any of the Sanders family. I hope to see them both succeed. And yeah, that's just it. It's just a wild 3 nights. I spent 13 minutes talking about it. But yeah, gonna be great. This is gonna be great. The Sanders family is gonna be great. Let's move on to, or what else do we got? Let's move on to our sports Mount Rushmore. We're gonna start it off with the MLB. So we're gonna do MLB, NFL, and NBA, and create our Mount Rushmore with them. So in the MLB, you have what you could potentially say the most influential person in MLB history. This guy is the reason why a lot of guys are playing in the MLB right now. And what a lot of people forget is this guy was super good too. Let's look up his stats. I'm not going to announce the name yet, but let's look up his stats. He was a great, obviously, guy for the league, for the MLB. Without him, the MLB would look a lot different right now, but he was an MVP. He won the batting title, 7-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, 1955 World Series champion. Jackie Robinson is getting the first place in the MLB Mount Rushmore. At number 2, you have Willie Mays Hayes at number 2. And then you have Babe Ruth, who a lot of people are like, a lot of people think he's the greatest baseball player of all time. Maybe top 10, maybe. He wasn't going against Dominican guys. He wasn't going against curveballs. He was going against 60, 70 mile an hour meatballs. They didn't have diets. He was this big fat dude. But guess what? When you think about the MLB, if you ask 1,000 people about who they think of when they think of MLB, they're going to say Babe Ruth. So Babe Ruth gets into the Mount Rushmore. And then Barry Bonds, the home run leader, sure, he took steroids, but still, I mean, you still got to make contact with the ball. Barry Bonds was still good, but he did take steroids, so there should be repercussions with that. But he does make the Mount Rushmore. So that is that is the HatTrick Sports MLB Mount Rushmore. On to the NFL Mount Rushmore. You have Tom Brady, arguably the greatest football player of all time. Mr. Irrelevant, 199th overall, drafted by the Patriots, ended up being the GOAT. I mean, Drew Bledsoe, if he never got hurt, we may have never seen the Patriots go on that dynasty that they were on. Patrick Mahomes may have never even been, if it's just so many what ifs. What if there's a Gronk? I mean, think about all these guys that are affected because of Tom Brady. Would have never probably happened if it wasn't for Tom Brady. And honestly, for whoever decided to draft him in whatever year it was. But yeah, he makes the Mount Rushmore along with John Madden. I mean, as a whole of the sport. The entire sport itself, not just a player, not just a coach, not just an announcer. I mean, they made a literal video game after this dude. John Madden does belong on the Mount Rushmore, as long as Vince Lombardi, the Lombardi Trophy, he definitely deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore. And then Walter Payton, Sweetness, he deserves to be in the on the Mount Rushmore. I believe he played 13 seasons, nine-time Pro Bowl. I'm going to look up his exact stats in his NFL career. But yeah, Hall of Famer, 5-time All-Pro, 9-time Pro Bowler, 1-time Super Bowl championship, all sorts of award. Walter Payton Manning of the Year award. And he was a good dude. Obviously, rushing yards in 1977. He just had all these season records as like a player. And so, yeah, he does deserve to be in the NFL Mount Rushmore. So that is your NFL Mount Rushmore. Now we go on to the NBA, where this could get a little bit spicy. At number 1, the greatest basketball player of all time, but Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's going on the Mount Rushmore, along with LeBron James at the number 2. But they are both definitely securing their spots on Mount Rushmore. And then to the late Kobe Bryant. I mean, even if he hadn't died in the helicopter crash, I think he would have still made this Mount Rushmore. And then the most dominant basketball player of all time. He weighs 750 pounds at 7'9". You have Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know if I've ever seen a bigger dude in my life. I mean, that dude is just an absolute giant. But that is your NBA Mount Rushmore. All right, let's go over MLB standings right now. We are about 20-so games into the MLB season, 28, 29 at the time of this recording. Let's go over some teams that are doing incredibly well, like the Yankees, like the Tigers, like the Dodgers, like the Mets, like the Cubs, like the Padres and Giants and those kind of guys. And then let's go over some other guys that have 4 wins. They have played 26 games. They have won 4. That is a .154 win percentage. They are 13 games back, 26 games into the season. They are 3-8 at home and 1-14 away. They have won 1 of their last 14 games, I want to say. The Rockies suck. I mean, they are. Is there any team with less than 10 wins? Okay. The White Sox also have less than 10 wins. They are 7-20, which again, horrible, but not even close to the same level as the Rockies. At least the White Sox are 4-8 at home and 3-12 away. They've won 3 of their last 10 games. I mean, Jesus, the Rockies, you forget that they're a team sometimes. What happened? A few years, maybe like 10 years ago, they were somewhat good. But now, I mean, horrible. The Orioles are the worst team in the AL East. What are we doing, guys? You guys were supposed to go far into the playoffs last season. Guess what? You guys didn't even win a game. I mean, the Orioles, the biggest fall from potential there could have been. The Twins are doing, I thought that they would be maybe like 15-14 or something like that. No, they're 11-16, whatever. The Royals are at an even 500 at the time of this recording. The Guardians and Tigers, that's exactly what I expected this far through the season. Let's talk about the AL West a little bit. The Astros, they are at 500. That's always the big team in the AL West, especially the last few years. The Rangers at 15-12, respectable. They won the World Series a few years ago, respectable. And then the Mariners at number one, or I guess they're tied number one. With the Rangers, also respectable. The A's are doing a lot better than they've been in the past. They're 13-14, just under 500. Got to respect that. Along with the Angels, again, they're doing a lot better than I thought. Again, nowhere near to the level that the Rockies are in. 4-22. That's wild. They're winning 1 every 10 games. That can't happen. This isn't like the NFL. Like the NFL, whatever. If you go 2-16, or I guess 2-15 or whatever, whatever. But bruh, you're supposed to be closer to 500. It's just wild to me. It's just crazy. Let's talk about the team that's done really, really good recently. Let's go to the NL. A team that's done really, really good recently is the Dodgers. No, not the Dodgers. The Mets. The Mets have done really, really good. They're 8 for the last 10. They're 19-8. They are going to be the first team, unless the Giants can catch up to them. They're going to be the first team with 20 wins. Got to respect it. A lot of people are doubting the Dodgers. Sure, we had a bad series against the Cubs. Sure, we've had some bad series before. We are doing better this year at this time than we were last year at this time. So no worries about the Dodgers. All you got to do is make it to the postseason, and then that's when the real season starts. The Dodgers, guess what? They're going to make it to the postseason, not even worried about it. That's when it really matters. Again, more pitching injuries. The Dodgers just don't know how to stay healthy. Dodgers pitchers, I don't know if it's a Mark Prior thing. I don't know if it's how they're stretching. I don't know if it's how they're eating. I don't know if it's the coach's fault. I don't know if it's the player's fault. I don't know if it's coincidence. It just can't happen. I don't know what you got to do. You got to get doctors involved. You got to do something. Figure out the cause of all this, because I feel like it's one of the only teams in the last 5 years with this much pitching problems. We signed billions of dollars worth of pitchers just for nothing. Billions just for them to get injured. Blake Snell had to, after feeling uncomfortable after throwing, had to get extended to a longer IL. It's just not fun. But again, we're about 26, 27 games into the season. Let's talk about our league leaders at the time. Let's start off with home runs. Who else? Home runs. Let's move on to home runs. Yeah. Home runs. Gino Suarez, 10 home runs, 27 games into the season. That's a home run every 2.6 game. Give it up for him. That's 1 every 9 or 10 at-bats. He's hitting a home run. Cannot blame him. Or I guess we could find out. Yeah, that's 1 every 9.4 at-bats. He's getting a home run. That's amazing. At number 2, you have a 4-way tie at number 2. Corbin Carroll, Cal, Raleigh. Corbin Carroll, Cal Raleigh. Raleigh. Corbin Carroll, Cal Raleigh, Tyler Soderstrom, and Mike Trout all tied for 9 home runs at the time of this recording. And then you have the O'Neill Cruz, Tommy Edman. Got a shout out to the Dodgers. Tatis, that you have all those later on. Let's move on to total hits. Aaron Judge, 40 hits and 98 at-bats. He is batting .408. That is unbelievable. 26 games into the season. Alex Bregman in second with 36 hits and 111 at-bats. He is batting .324. And then you have Brendan Donovan, Paul Goldschmidt, Stephen Kwan, Bryce Turang. All these other guys are doing great hitting too. But if you go to batting average, that's what really matters. You could have 5 at-bats to go 5 for 5. That's better than what Judge is doing. But Judge is at number 1 at a .408 batting average. Brandon Donovan at .367. .364 is Paul Goldschmidt. Those are your top 3 podiums as of right now. Again, we're only 26, 27 games to 25, 26, 27 games into the season. The biggest stat, in my opinion, OPS. Aaron Judge has a 1.222 OPS. That is incredible through 26 games. At second, you have Pete Alonso with 1.1 OPS. Fernando Tatis at a 1.046. Marcel Ozuna 1.031. Corbin Carroll, Kyle Tucker. These guys are going to be doing good. Who's in? Let's see who has the lowest batting average among qualified players. Let's move on to qualified players. Let's go to the very last. Jamir Candelario. I don't know. I don't even know who that is. He has a 118 batting average. Is that literally the last of the qualified batters? He's had 3 runs. He's actually okay. How's he? Whatever. But yeah, let's go to strikeouts. Strikeouts. Who has the most strikeouts among qualified batters? You have none other than Otto Lopez, Eric Wagman, Sal Frelick. They all have 14 and 13 strikeouts. And so, yeah, I wanted to give a little bit of an update on that kind of stuff, on MLB leaders and stuff like that. Anybody on TikTok Live? I don't know if anybody's on TikTok Live. What happened to your friends? Oh, they gone. They've been gone for over a year now. It's just been me for over a year now. If you guys are on TikTok Live, make sure to follow if you have not already. But yeah, it's just been me for the last year. So, 16-0. Who's 16-0? Book it. I don't know what they're saying on TikTok Live. Let's move on to the playoffs. The NBA and the NHL playoffs are taking place right now. The Thunder have officially moved on to the conference semifinals. They swept the Grizzlies. The Nuggets and Clippers, they are tied right now. Aaron Gordon with the buzzer beater dunk last night. They were up by at least 20 at one point. I watched the highlights just before filming this podcast. They were up by at least 20. The Clippers came back. It was a tie game with less than 0.1 seconds left. Joker shoots it. Aaron Gordon's right there, slam dunks it in. They have to go to review, make sure that it was off. I mean, literally by a frame of a second. I don't know if they have it at 30 FPS. I don't know if it's 60 FPS. I don't know what they're looking at, but I mean, it was by the exact frame. I mean, unbelievable, wild. So the series is tied at 2. The Lakers and Timberwolves. The Wolves are leading 2-1. Warriors are leading 2-1 against the Rockets. The Cavs are leading the Heat 3-0. That's probably going to be a blowout. The next game is on the 28th, which is tomorrow at the time of this recording. But the Cavs are going to win that. You have the Pacers-Bucks. The Pacers are winning 2-1. New York, the Knicks and Pistons. The Knicks are leading 2-1. Celtics against the Magic. Celtics are leading 2-1. So it's far from over. I mean, the only 2 series that are really done are the Thunder, which is 100% done, and then the Cavs, who are going to beat the Heat. No doubt in my mind about that. Same with the NHL playoffs. The Jets are up 2-1. The Stars are tied with the Avalanche at 2-2. The Wild and the Knights are tied at 2 games apiece. You have the Oilers and Kings. The Kings are up 2-1 against the Oilers. I think that the Oilers might come back. You have who else you have? You have the Devils and Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are leading 2-1. You have the Canadiens and Capitals. The Capitals are leading 2-1. All of these series are really close, except for the Leafs and Senators. The Leafs are up quite a bit, 3-1 in the series, so they're gonna move on. But other than that, it's pretty close. I mean, same with the NBA. There's just two series that are close. Gonna be exciting. Next week we'll talk more about it when all these series are done, and we're moving on to the conference semifinals in each respective league. But yeah, should be fun. All right, let's move it on. Moving on to the top 5 best nicknames in sports. At number 5, you wrong. You have Megatron at number 5. Calvin Johnson, built like a robot, just built like a robot. A wide receiver. He moves like a wide receiver, half his size. He's a big guy, but he's a wide receiver. It's a little quick. He's just unreal on the field. At number 4, you have the big unit, Randy Johnson. Some compare me to Randy Johnson. I'm just saying, 6'10", lefty throwing 100-mile-per-hour gas. Killed a bird. The big unit is a nickname that sounds as intimidating as he looks. I mean, some may argue the most intimidating pitcher in MLB history. At number 3, made podium, the kid. The kid made podium, Ken Griffey Jr. Obviously, Ken Griffey Sr.'s kid, better than Ken Griffey Sr. I mean, just an iconic guy in MLB. I mean, sure, he's not on Mount Rushmore or anything like that. He is a Hall of Famer, but he made the game fun for himself and for the guys around him. He made it fun for him, his dad, his team, the league. You just can't get mad at the kid, Ken Griffey Jr. At number 2, you have Air Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. Michael Jordan flying through the air. I mean, his logo is even him flying through the air. It's more of like a legacy. It's not really a nickname. It's more of like a legacy for Michael Jordan. And then at number 1, there's a reason why it's number 1. It's because he's the great one. Wayne Gretzky, the nickname fits perfectly for the most dominant athlete in any major sport. Wayne Gretzky, his assist record will never be touched. Obviously, Ovechkin just passed him in goals. But, Wayne Gretzky, the great one, will always be the greatest hockey player of all time. So that is your top 5 best nicknames in sports. All right, let's move on to Hall of Fame, yay or nay. Hall of Fame, yay or nay. That soundboard was loud. Sorry for you guys listening in post-edit. Hall of Fame, yay or nay, we got Shedeur Sanders. Now, obviously, he hasn't played a game with the, is this mic working? Mic check, mic. Hold it. Oh, that's why. Mic check, mic. All right, yeah, it is working. Obviously, is it? Mic check. Yeah, all right, it's working. Obviously, he has not played a game with the Browns yet. But that being said, I think that he has high potential. I think that he came in a little bit cocky. Yeah, my number's retired. Yeah, my dad's Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, my team sucks. I'm ready to get to the big leagues. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I think that he got humbled. I think that he got extremely humbled, and I think that he's going to be fine. I think this is a wake-up call for him. Hey, you got to push through. You got to show those other 31 teams what they passed up on. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but some even 6 or 7 times in the draft. Show them who passed up on you. Make them regret it. He's obviously not in the Hall of Fame, and I don't think that he will be in the Hall of Fame when his career is done, but I think he is going to have a great career with the Browns, or if he gets traded wherever else he goes. All right, that's going to do it for the 96th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, anywhere. Even your Alexa. Listen to us on YouTube for all the visuals, and we will see you guys next week for episode 97.